Okay, perfect, guys. Good morning, and thank you for coming to today. This is gonna be our first class, and what we're gonna do, guys, throughout all this year, we're gonna be learning all the things that you learned last year. Algebra, we're gonna be working with quadratic equations, maybe more. A little bit more complex in this year. However, I know you're able to do that. Mm, what I'm going to try to do in this class is just to take a review, guys, of the basic thing that you have to know in order to get in touch with this in your experience in your life and your academic life, by the way. And what we're going to do today's class, we're going to be learning, guys, a couple of things. First of all, I'm going to teach you how to add and subtract. Mister, I know how to add and subtract. I know to that. However, I just want to take a look at that and see, guys, what can we do, okay? Let's get started. First of all, guys, we're going to add and subtract, okay? In order to do this mathematical operation, which is really simple and important, so we're gonna have two cases. First of all, guys, if you have, because we're gonna be adding two, three, or more terms, if we have, let's start off with two of them, okay? If we have two numbers, if you have and then the same sign, guys, what do we have to do? We have to add and copy the sign. What does this mean? Okay, instead of thinking about this whole definition, what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm going to be showing an example. Okay, let me zoom in just a little bit and let's try to do it. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say that you have, I'm gonna say that we have, let me think, first example. Okay, we're gonna have 5 plus 5. Okay, let me see. 5 plus 5. Okay, I need someone to give me the answer for this.
10,
Positive
mister.
10.
10. Yeah, just like that, right? It's really simple, okay? I know that this is our, you can solve it naturally without thinking about rules, just 5 and 5. You use your fingers, 5 and 5, and get 10. Simple, right? But the rule is, guys, okay, in the background, you're saying this. Do we have the same sign, guys? What sign do we have here for the first term?
Positive.
Positive. And what
Positive.
is the sign for the second term?
Positive.
Positive
Positive.
2. Okay, we have the same sign. Okay, I'm gonna be adding this sign. Okay, we don't need it, but we know it's positive. When we have the same sign, okay, what do we do? Just add then and copy the sign that we have. Okay, 5 and 5, use your fingers, we get 10. And we copy the sign. Which sign do we have?
Positive.
The positive. That's why your answer is positive 10. Okay, I'm getting used to this new tablet, guys. I cannot draw on it. Sorry for that. The numbers are a little bit awful. Okay, this is how it works. Mister, I know that. I know. But now we're going to be practicing. That's why I'm going to be giving you a second example. We're going to be working with a second example. And this is going to be yours. Okay, you have to solve it. Okay, using the same idea. Okay, now we have -5 minus 10. Okay, you have to tell me what the answer is for this one. Okay,
Negative 10.
negative.
Negative 16.
Yes.
Negative 15.
Okay, let's have a look. Okay, first of all, let's see. Do we have the same sign? -5.
Yes.
Okay, both of them are
Yes.
negative. What I have to do, guys?
Add.
Add then. Okay, let's add then. Okay, 10 and 5. Okay, 10 and 5. I get 15. Someone said, okay, 15. And now the sign. Which sign I'm going to use? Copy the sign,
Negative.
the negative sign that we have, okay? And this is, guys, how we add or subtract numbers. Piece of cake, right? Okay, I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to be giving you a couple of examples. Okay, let's solve example number 3, guys. So now we have -20 minus 3. Again, do we have the same sign? You only have to look at that, guys. Yes, we do, right? Okay, if we have the same sign, just add the numbers. Okay, you have 20 and 3. What is the answer for that? You have 20 and 3. That makes
Negative 22.
Negative 23.
23. And we copy the sign. Thank you, guys. That's going to be the negative. Okay, the negative sign. Okay, -23. That's it. This is how do we add or subtract. Let's go to this one. This is when both of them are positive, if even easier because it's just added. 10 and 17,
27.
27.
27. Thank you, 27. Okay. Oh my gosh, that was awful. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my finger. Okay, let me see if I can do it. 27. And what is the sign for this, guys? Both of them are
Positive.
positive. Excellent. Thank you, Allison. In classmate, it's going to be positive. Just like that. Okay, here is the kicker. Now we have -3 plus 25. I need it to solve this one. What is the answer? Do we have the same sign?
We have different signs.
They are different sign.
So
What is the
we
answer?
22.
22.
22. We subtract and we put it the
We
sign
take
of
the
the greatest.
sign of the greatest number.
Excellent. You know the answer. Okay, I'm not gonna be solving it. That's why we're gonna be using the second case. Okay, I'm gonna be moving this just a little bit. Okay, and this is where we're gonna be working with the second one. When we have different sign, what we have to do, people, is to subtract and copy the sign with the greatest value. Okay, I'm gonna give you some time to copy this information. Okay. All right, this is what we got, guys. For the second case is if we have different sign. Here's the kicker. Then what we're gonna do, guys, simple. If we have different sign, we're going to subtract and simply copy the sign with the greatest value. Okay, just like that. Okay, let's start off with this. I like to start with this because this is naturally, we can solve it naturally. You have 20 apple, guys, and you take away 6. How many apples do you get?
14.
Okay, let's get into it. Okay, if we have 20 minus 6, you're gonna say that piece of cake, that's gonna be 14. Okay, just as simple as that. Okay, let me just get it, 14. Okay, and you don't think about sign, you only solve it and it's done, right? But here, guys, we are using the rule. Take a look that we have different sign. These guys, it doesn't have any sign. I know that is. If I don't have the sign, guys, in
Positive.
positive. Okay, take a look. We have two different signs, positive, negative, positive and negative. Okay, what we have to do? Subtract. You have 20 minus 6, as Fernando said, that is going to be 14. But we need to put, guys, or add the sign of the greatest value, which is the biggest number here, 20 or 6. 20. Okay, this is the sign that
Positive.
is going to be assigned to my result. Okay, it's going to be positive. Thank you, Allison. That is my answer. Let's get to the next one. Let's say that you have 10 minus 14. Okay, Mister, how can I subtract if I only have 10 and my negative 14? It could be, it is possible. Okay, again, the rule. Do we have the same sign?
No.
Okay, in this one, we have a, correct, thank you. We have a positive and we have a negative. Different sign, okay? Then subtract. Okay, subtract, guys. 14 minus 10. Just pick the greatest one. Okay, 4. Oh, guys, you're a spoiler. Okay, you're giving me the answer. Okay, 4. And let's see, which is the greatest value? 10 or 14?
14.
And what is the sign for 14?
Negative.
Negative. Thank you, all of you. That is going to be my answer. Negative 4. 10 minus 14 is negative 4. And this is how we solve it. Okay, let's solve the next one. 6 minus 8. Okay, one is positive, the other is negative. Okay, we need to subtract. 8 minus 6. The order is the same, guys. 8 minus 6 is 2. And what is the greatest value here?
8.
A, which is negative. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, it's going to be negative. Okay, it's a negative 2. That is my answer. Pretty simple, right? This is going to be the next one. We have negative 100 and positive 103. Okay, we have, again, different signs. Then we have to subtract. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's subtract then. 100 and 103, the difference is 3, right? 103 minus 100 is 3. And positive, someone said positive. Okay, it's going to be positive because 103 is the greatest value and it is positive. Okay, then That is going to be our answer. Okay, let me just write it down. It's gonna be +3, right? And the last one, guys, -80 plus 76. We have different signs.
4.
Okay, the difference between the
Four.
four, yeah, okay, 4, and which is
Negative.
negative, because negative is the greatest value. Thank you, -4. Okay, let me just place -4. And basically, guys, this is what I wanted to share with you today. Okay, we already know how to let me move this. How to add or subtract numbers with the same sign, with different sign, and just that. Okay, if you have any question, this is the right moment to let me know. Okay, again, now guys, once we have learned how to add and subtract numbers, we're gonna learn how to multiply and divide. I know that you know how to multiply and divide, but at the sign, guys, this is something that most of people is gonna be confused with this, but it's something pretty simple. Okay, we're gonna follow um, this order here. Okay, this one. In order to multiply and divide, we're going to use the following rules, which is exactly this. And you're going to multiply and divide as usual. Okay, let's start by doing a natural example I'm gonna call. Let's say that you have, guys, 5. I like to use the number 5. 5 times 2. What is the answer for that, guys?
10.
10. Pretty simple, right? You say that is just a simple 10. Correct. But what is the answer? For example, when you have -5 and multiplying just +2. Okay, in this moment, guys, is when we're going to be using these rules. Please, I need to point this out. Do not use this rule, guys, when adding or subtracting. Okay, because -5 and +3, minus. No, 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 guys. These rules are not used when multiplying, when adding or subtracting. These rules are just for multiplication and division. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we have that if we have negative multiplying another negative number, guys, the answer is gonna be positive. I try to explain this like, this is your mom and this is your dad. Okay, let's say that this sign represents, let's say, their opinion, okay? Let's say that your mom has this idea and your dad has the same idea. How do you think the relationship is going to be? It's going to be positive or negative, the relationship? If both of them think in the same
Positive.
way. Okay, the relationship is going to be positive. They thinking in the same way. There's gonna be no problem, right? Because they are thinking the same thing. But now let's go to the next one. Again, your mom thinks in this way and your dad thinks in the same way too. How is going to be the relationship? Positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive, no problem, because they think the same thing. Okay, your mom wants to buy a car, your dad's those, no problem. But now let's say that your mom wants to get a car, but your dad wants to get a house. How is going to be the relationship if they're thinking differently?
Negative.
Negative. This is the moment when they're fighting and you know what? Okay, you hear that. Okay, I don't want to talk about it. Okay, because they're thinking differently. That's why the answer, the result of the relationship is going to be negative. They're thinking differently and they're going to start fighting. I don't know. This is just an example. Okay, now your dad wants to buy the car and your mom wants to get a house. Again, they're differently in different order. How is going to be the relationship, guys? Negative. Okay, they're going to be fighting. Okay, this is the idea, guys, just to remind this rule. Okay, when they're thinking differently, the result is negative. When they're thinking in the same way, the relationship is positive. Everything is all right. Okay, and this is how I wanted to explain this. Okay, let's try to solve and use the rules. Okay, again, what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna multiply it as usual. Let's multiply the numbers. 3 times 3. What is that equals to?
9.
9.
Positive 3.
9. Thank you. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. And now, guys, again, your mom and your dad, they're thinking in the same way, negative and negative. What is gonna be the result?
Positive.
Positive, because they're thinking in the same way. Thank you. is positive 9. Let's go to the next one. Divide, guys, as usual. 10 divided by 2, guys. 10. And I divided it into 4. Okay, that is going to be equals to 5. And 5, thank you. And positive or negative? Your mom wants to get a car, but your dad doesn't.
Negative.
Negative. Okay, they're going to be fighting because of that. Okay, the answer is going to be negative. Now, this one. 5 times 2 is just 10, right?
Negative 10.
10, because one is negative, the other is negative. Thank you. And the last one, guys, is yours. Okay, you have to solve it.